Thursdays at 3, Coaching for the Soul. Hello, everybody. Everybody. If you're watching this live, welcome. If you're watching this on YouTube in the future or future, welcome again. This is 100%, 99% clairvoyant channel reading. So, a lot to talk about today. So I'm in a different spot in the house. I'm by the Christmas tree. And yeah. So see who pops on. All the cool people that pop on for this 2 days before the holiday. Yeah. So if you guys would announce yourself when you come on, that'd be cool because no one's showing up. There's Shay. Hi, Shay. How are you? Hey, Carson. Hey, Sherry.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Heidi. How's it going?
Everything is copacetic.
That's the Mac Air that's talking to us right now. So much energy is in my house right now. So, yeah, yep. So, hi, everybody. Hi, Emily. Well, Heidi, that sucks. Hopefully he's vaccinated. Shay's relaxing before the holiday. You like my snowflake star, my little twinkler? Yeah. Yep. Right? Sherry? Yes. Well, Heidi, that's good. That's good. I got my booster a week ago Monday. So I'm all set for January and February and however long it's going to last. Yeah. I thought, well, if I'm going to do psychic fairs, I've got to make sure that I'm vaccinated. So, more. Hi, Suze. How's it going? Yeah. So, there's lots to talk about, kind of cool stuff. Hello, my dear Teresa Parker. How are you? Yep. So, yeah. So, a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm just going to talk about all kinds of cool. Thank you, Heidi. It's real. Isn't that cool? Yes. Merry Christmas, Suze. Yeah. We always get our tree from Bordines. Yeah, Bordines. Yep. So, yep. And that baby right there will be out the door on the 27th. I need my house back. Too much stuff. Snowmen and this and that and all kinds of decorations. Yeah, nope. Not. Hello, Adrian. How's it going? I'm glad you are, Teresa. Glad you are. Me too. It's been an amazing week. It's gone so fast. It is, Sherry keeps her tree up till after New Year's. Oh, no. I can't do all that. No. And it's because that's the way I grew up, right? My mother, we would get a Christmas tree maybe 2 weeks before the holiday, and then by New Year's, that thing was out the door. It was gone. Yeah. I don't have enough room in my house. Adrian is on vacation. Good for you. Yeah, my heat's on pretty good. Lee walked in from work for lunch and he said, my God, what's the heat on? It was only on 72, but I've been getting cold because it's time to move someplace warm, for sure. So I'm at a different advantage, so I can't look at the clock. Okay, so we're going to start. First thing Spirit wants to talk about, it's right there on the stove. First thing Spirit wants to talk about is this. It wants me to explain, because I'm telling you, right now, things are moving and grooving and kicking and everything else. So it wants me to do a little timeline for you guys about my life, okay? Most of you guys know this, but in bits and pieces, okay? So, and this all has to do with allowing it to manifest, allowing it without timeline, allowing things just to flow in and flow out, and then what's supposed to stay stays. So 3 years ago, I've talked about this, that they told me weeks before I was not gonna have my car anymore, and it was pretty much a brand new car. It was only 3 years old, and probably 3 weeks after I got the first message, and they kept telling me when I wanted to get new tires for the car, no, you're not gonna have the car for that long. You're not gonna have the car for that long. And then they totaled the car, so I and it was black, and I got a new car, a new Impala, like the black Impala, and it's white, and Spirit said that we sat in the first time, and Spirit says, "Perfect car for Maui, huh?" Oh my God, Lee, this is what he just said. And I said, well, why is that? Well, you could have a black car in Maui, so we had to get rid of it. Oh. And before that, in the process of getting the new car, they raised my credit score 150 points so they wouldn't have to do an employment check because I don't have a W-2 form. See? Things just happened. So just a few weeks, hi Karen, just a few weeks after I got the new car, sister talked to her reader in Phoenix, and hey Brenda, and do you know your brother's moving to Maui? So my sister calls me on the phone and says, oh my God, you're moving to Maui. And hi Janice. And and so had a conversation with my sister and blah, blah. This is all 2018. Back and forth. And I come out of there, I'm gonna talk to Lee about what we had talked about, because I always have my phone on speaker because I can't hear worth a damn. He's a gamer. I said, are you still in your game? I want to talk about the reading that Martha had. And he goes, no, I'm looking for houses. And I'm like, looking for houses where? He goes, I'm looking for houses on Maui. Hey, Kendra. I'm like, what are you looking for houses for Maui for? Because your sister said we're moving there. Okay. So that's 2018. We found the house. I'm a 3 in numerology. Hey, Sheila. And I live at 3369, right? Everything's a 3. And so the third house on Zillow. Hello, Veronica. Mwah. How are you, my dear? Third house on Zillow is the house, and the address is 1614. Well, 1614 is a 3. That's the house. 333. So that was 2018. Okay, things were good. I thought I was pretty much still a muggle, right? Still a muggle. In my spiritual self, but not really knowing, not really trusting, not really understanding, because I hadn't opened fully that door. January 2019, First Steve Noble Guided Meditation comes to me, okay? And then that blew my mind. And then in 2019 again, I talked to a clairvoyant I was doing a reading for her. My father comes through and talks about the house, okay? And I'm like, oh, okay, this seems like everything's moving along. We're gonna be moving to Maui soon. We're moving to Maui soon. Hey, Michelle, okay? So we got the house, I got the car. My dad says, watch out for the contract. There's something that's hidden in there. Just make sure that your lawyer looks at it. Okay, Dad, I can do that. Cool. 2020, nothing. COVID. 2021 enters. Hang on. He just Tammy Bracewell. March of 2021, energy worker, shows up on my iPad. I showed out twice before. I did not click on the live she was doing because I didn't really know who she was. And so they brought her face up the third time, right? And I watched it. Boom, energy blast. Okay? This year has been remarkable for my growth. We're all at different stages. Now, was 18 and 19 frustrating? Oh my God. 2020, frustrating AF. I'm telling you. Because I was still in my human space. I was still in my space of not really knowing, not really understanding, doing more things. Hey, Rochelle, doing more things with purpose. Okay? And not allowing things to come to me. Frustration was key for me. So my frustration, because I wanted to go lickety-split and get to where we needed to go, and that was Maui, right? All the time knowing that it's got to come to me. But I didn't know how it was going to come to me, see? And that's the key. And understanding that, but not understanding that, right? Because again, Capricorn, 8 to 10,000 years old, I've never been through this before in any of my lifetimes. This is all brand new stuff, okay? Work with Tammy. do some energy blasts, join her pay for group, do some stuff for like 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Boom. Everything absolutely connects. Everything is mine. Everything is amazing. Things start showing up on my YouTube, right? Things start showing up on my Instagram and my Facebook. And that's why I'm such a firm believer, guys, in working those tools and those algorithms by liking stuff that you like. Okay? Going through and just reading stuff, taking time every day to just read memes. Read stuff that I post, that other people post, and just go, Again, have that time to be able to do that. All right? Because as you like that stuff, they are energy. Hi, Karen. They are energy, right? And they can work and manipulate numbers, your iPad, your laptop, your phone, every app possible to bring you information. Why? To keep you moving forward. Because if they left us to our own device, we would not go anywhere. Our ego would be firmly implanted. Okay? So as we go forward, as I go forward, the things with Tammy, getting more Abraham Hicks stuff showing up on my iPad, in YouTube, posting stuff, my vibration rising. We're now standing in front of my vortex of creation, in my vortex of everything that I want is there. Everything that I signed up for before I came to Earth is there. Okay? So why Spirit wants me to tell everybody that? Because I'm going into year number 4 of manifestation. So when you have doubt, you got to work on that, right? Call yourself by your name. Bill, that's not true. Get that out of your head, Bill. Bill, stop. It doesn't matter. Bill, get that out of your head. That's what you got to do, okay? And then again, the free energy blast every other Monday at 1:11. If you're not joining the group, do the free stuff. It will absolutely explode into the universe. You will be able to raise your vibration and keep your vibration higher. Hey, Joe. As you go through, okay? Is it going to dip some? Yes. That's okay. Because you can't go from point A to point Z like that. I could snap before, but not much anymore. Don't snap them anymore. So understanding that, right? So the reason that I'm going through my timeline, let's say, is because I'm going into year number 4. And I know people that have been doing this for 20 years, and they've yet to have a website. They've yet to venture outside the comfort zone. Now, I did a psychic fair last Sunday in Toledo, just a little psychic fair thing that popped up. I was asked to do it because somebody had canceled. That whole day was, hey Sandra, that whole day was filled with third dimensional beings. Hi Laura. The energy was third dimensional. Now, when you are at a higher vibrational pattern, right? Higher frequency, you have to lower your vibration to match that energy of people in that room or people that choose to come to you for their reading. I realized on Sunday where I truly am, and that is here. I pretty much spend most of my time in the 5th dimension now, right? Even when I'm doing this, when I'm doing readings for sure. 4 years, guys, okay? I'll be 62 in 2 weeks. Crazy. But understand that we all want it now. We all want it now. And we question, well, what's next? What's going to happen? I don't understand. You got to help me. I wish I knew my gifts. Don't worry about that. That's all ego-based stuff. It doesn't work. It does not work. It's only going to stop you. Hey, Maddie. It's going to stop you from enjoying, just letting things flow. Hey, Jimmy, how's it going? Letting things happen. Not understanding is so very important because what they have to do, they have to bring you stuff to get you to go, Oh God, that works great. Oh my God, they activate DNA inside of you that has already been downloaded, and you go, well, how do I know that already? Well, how do I know that? I was never taught that. Boom, 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 comes up around you because you allowed the flow to come to you without expectation, Spirit says, without going, I don't understand. What are my gifts? What am I going to do? How am I going to get there? What's going to happen? Who am I going to marry? Who am I going to divorce? Who am I going to, what am I going to eat for dinner tonight? It doesn't matter. And to become that being, you have to be conscious. And it's frustrating as hell. As hell. It is frustrating. For Capricorns, hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Because I have to give up control. And no expectation. As I've quoted a couple of times, the Spirit gave this to me about a month or so ago. Any plan made by ego will always be a mess. Hey, Paula. It will always disappear. It will always be destroyed. It will always be sacrificed. And then we, as humans, are disappointed because we think we made the event. We think we made the plans. You don't make the plans. You don't make the plans. I just got off with some readings today telling people to stop thinking. Just stop. Just stop. Well, Bill, no, you don't. That is your ego mind ribbing and rolling and trying to compare and trying to make sense of the energy that's on the planet at the moment, which is in the middle of 4D right now, you guys. Our souls have not been in anything but 3D. Our egos, nothing but 3D. But our souls signed up for this because they wanted all of us as a collective to ascend at different positions, at different times. Because the babies that are being born now, guys, they're already here. They're already in 5D. There will be there's not been any 3D babies born, Spirit says, in the last 5 to 10 years. They're all in the process of ascending. See? And that's what it's all about, is that understanding that we are our own worst enemy, and that's ego. Understanding, like I did in 2018, oh my gosh, they got rid of my car, they got me a new car, I'm supposed to have it, awesome. We found the house, awesome. Everything looked like 2018, we'd be going. That was human thinking. That was ego thinking, ego planning, Spirit says. Hell, I even made plans to ship the cars. I even made plans for the dog to get there, paid him $2,000 to get everything in line. So if something happened by December, we'd be sad. Maybe January 2019, okay, we'll be all set. Planning doesn't work. Doesn't work. So when you start to plan, pull it back. Give it up. Or you question, so when am I going to get married? So where am I going to move? Am I going to change jobs? What should I do? Is the guy that I'm with now okay? Is the female I'm with right now, am I going to marry her? I need to know. I don't know. All you're doing is forcing that human ego energy out into the universe where everything that you want is stacked. And it's moving it back like a snowplow, Spirit says. So if you're in Michigan, you know what that means. It doesn't work. So manifestation takes time. Anybody that tells you that is lying to you. Okay? Manifestation takes time. You have to ascend through the different energies to be able to, Chimes, to be able to stand in front of your vortex and keep yourself there, because it's natural. Once you get there, it's fantastic because it just feels normal. But the rise is not easy. It's allowing. Doing things that they bring you. This is something that I will tell you, and I think I've mentioned this before. When Spirit brings you something, accept it. Accept it. If it's something on YouTube, if it's something on Facebook, if it's something on Instagram, if it's something on whatever, if somebody comes into your life, they come in there for a reason. You see a meme for a reason, right? Understanding that they're going to lead you like Hansel and Gretel, and I'll use that terminology again, to get you to where you need to go. If you don't know the nursery rhyme of Hansel and Gretel, they put the bread down on their walk to grandma's, and when they went back to go back home, the bread was gone because they were supposed to be at grandma's. You're supposed to be where you end up for now. Without going, oh my gosh, I've got to follow where I'm going, because what happens if the bread disappears? What happens if I can't get back to where I need to be? Because you're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be there. See? So they'll do that for us. And that can freak you out. Freak you out. Because ego's like, oh no, WTF. You got to pay attention. What happens if that bread's not there? What happens if you get too far? What happens if you fall off the cliff? What happens if you get eaten by the big bad wolf? What happens? What if? That's all ego does. That's all it does. To stop you from growing. To stop you from growing into your true self. James. See? That's what it's all about. Is understanding that and being conscious of that and go, no, ego, we're not doing that. Oh, no, we're not doing that. That's a lie. Everything you're telling me, ego, that's a lie. I'm not doing it because that's a lie. Ego goes, damn, couldn't get him again. It's always going to try. Now for me, ego's incognito. Trust me, it tries everything it possibly can to skirt underneath the radar and catch me sometimes. And sometimes they do. Most times it doesn't. Because a number of times I've said out loud, ego, I'm stronger than you. I am in charge of my life. You are not. You may have been in the past, but you are not in charge of my life this lifetime. Especially now. And then ego will be like, oh my God, I'm so happy. I don't have to be on alert all the time. No, you don't. I'm good. I've got myself and I've got my guides. I don't need you to be there. Does that mean that it doesn't come up and kind of jab me? Of course not. It's an instinct. We can't get rid of all our instincts. It doesn't work. Can we overcome them? Can we override them? Yes. We can. So I give you that information, guys, to help you guys understand that it doesn't happen overnight. And most of us don't. Most of us know that subconsciously, but not consciously. It's the way it is. The way it is. Again, we have to have a full-time job if you're in the workforce. So what you do is that you do as much as you possibly can when you can do it to allow. If you've got a corporate job, if you have a hospital job, if you have a retail job, if you have whatever job it might be, custodial job, right? We have to focus on that for the time, but then we have to have an underlying energy, an underlying confidence in I'm only going to be doing this for a little bit longer. Or when things start to change, which is now for sure. People are quitting their jobs more than ever before. They're changing jobs. They're walking away from friends and family and people at work and all kinds of things because inside our bodies, our DNA is reacting to the energy that's on the planet. And out of the blue, you'll get, you know what, I think I need to change jobs. And most people say, no, I can't because last 6 months of my job, they put shards of glass in my face to get me to quit my job, and I never would. Until I finally one day, everything came to the right spot. I went, I think today's my last day. They're like, what? You mean your last day? Today's my last day. Here's my keys. I'm gonna get my stuff, and I just want my unemployment because I'm quitting. But you owe me my unemployment. They gave it to me. It was a lot more drawn out than that, but you get the point. Say, things change all the time, and they're supposed to. You will outgrow people in your life, family, friends, coworkers, all kinds of things. Because you're supposed to. Understand that when you're on your ascension to spirit, your ascension to your spirituality, let's say, okay, it can be lonely if you don't choose to interact with people on Facebook or on Instagram. Facebook is easier because there's all kinds of groups like this that you can interact with. You got a question, you got whatever, blah, blah, blah. There's all kinds of different groups on the internet. I should say just on Facebook. That, hey, Mark, that you can actually make friends. I mean, Tammy's groups are a prime example of that. In the free spiritual playground group, she asks questions and answer them, guys. Answer them. The reason being, Spirit gave me this probably 6 months ago because I never did. When you interact with something like that, even the memes that I post and stuff like that, right? You are sending your energy to that meme, to that post, to all of that. Hi, Kathy. How are you? That's what it's about. Because I know for me, most of the people, I say all the people, are in some type of my energy all the time. Especially people from Coaching for the Soul, or that click on the videos on YouTube. But even people that I do readings for some length of time, they're still in my energy every day. And they don't understand that. You know, they have really good days and things start to happen and there's all kinds of epiphanies and all kinds of cool stuff starts to affect them. And it has nothing to do with me personally. It's everything to do with my energy. Tammy's the exact same way. And I believe from what I've talked to Spirit about, that happens with most of us, including you. Chimes. See? So it's always good to engage with things. Oh, sorry guys. Right? Understanding that the more you put out, just like every day, positive out, positive back. Memes and questions make you think, make you feel, make you get outside of your human box and actually go, that's an interesting question. What are 3 things that blah, 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 blah? I don't know. I don't know what that is. But I'm telling you, it will come to you. And you'll be like, oh my gosh, that's true. And boom, 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 boom. So that's why when something's free, you join it. People that you like what they post, Because guess what? Energy exchange, guys. Energy exchange. Karen, they are solar chimes. Okay? But for me, I've had them since 1998. And they're connected to my guides 150%. It can be dark outside. It can be, I could be sitting in the dark in the living room and those chimes will go off. Just letting me know that either they're clearing the energy or somebody, they just want me to know that somebody's here that I don't know. It's never anything negative, but it's always something. It's always good to hear the chimes. I think that from what I've been told is that they cleanse the energy 24 hours a day when they just do little chimes. But during Coaching for the Soul and all day long, today's been a really, really busy day. This whole week's been busy, which is wonderful. Chimes been going nuts. Yep, it's good. It's good. Hey, Shelly. Okay, trying to think of what else that was. So any questions about that stuff, guys, put them down below, and I'll answer them when we're done. Because the next thing I'm going to talk about is in this transformational time, in this lack of understanding, we have to kind of work on ourselves in getting to the point of forgiving others. And look at our part in the upset, in the fighting, if it's with siblings, if it's with parents, if it's with friends, it can be all kinds of we have a part in that too. It's not just the other person, right? So understanding that, we have to look and go, okay, we don't get that much, they don't get along anymore, or they're people that I grew up with, friends, or my family, things like that. In fact, I will say this, I don't know if I've ever shared this before, but the Christmas after my mom died in 1988, okay, I was 28 years old. We went to Florida to my brother's house for the holiday, right? My mom had just died in March, so everybody was pretty somber, okay? And I don't like a hot tub. It kind of grosses me out because it grosses me out. It's like a bathtub with other people in it. I don't want to be in their stuff. And so the family was in the big old hot tub at my brother's house, and they've been cocktailing it up, and I don't drink. And all of a sudden start hearing my name. Okay. And I kind of went outside and kind of like, listened a little bit. It was a Saturday night, and I was listening and listening. All of a sudden, all the attention turned to me. All right? And these are some of the things that I was told by my family. Everything about my older brother. I took my mother's love away from my brothers and sisters. Okay? Took the love away from my father because my mom loved me so much. I was her favorite child. Okay? I was also sick as a baby for 10 years with kidney disease. And I was her little skinny gay boy, right? That was very, very innocent and didn't really know what was going on. And so she protected me. And my father didn't understand that. And they just barraged me with stuff. I'm not thinking, what the hell? I've never done anything to you people but love you, right? I had to say that to them the next day after they vomited on me, right? With all this stuff, this energy, this vomit. And I'm like, that was not me. I had nothing to do with that. She was my mom. I was her child. Past life stuff though, guys, right? I'll tell you, when I came out of my mommy, I guarantee she went, I don't know who that child is, but I know exactly who that child is. Past lives with each other. The other children, not so much. Me and her. So understand that did I have to apologize to them? I did. I eventually did. It wasn't me, guys, but I'm sorry that you didn't get the love that you thought you were supposed to get. I'm sorry that you didn't, that mom didn't treat you the way that you wanted to be treated. But everyone in our family, it's 333. There you go, baby. Every child in the family has a different experience in the family. I thought everybody had the same experience as me, which was fantastic. I got to do what the hell I wanted to all the time. She very seldom told me anything. I pretty much had free reign of doing things, but I was a good kid. But again, past lives with each other, right? Understanding each other, love, affection. I did what she wanted me to do. I was not a drinker. I was not a smoker. All those kinds of things, right? I was the good. I was the good kid. Hi, Emily. Back again. See? So did I have to apologize to my brother and sister? Yeah. Sorry. Hi, Takesha. Sorry, that wasn't me. I don't understand. Now, did they ever apologize to me? Not once. My dad apologized to me for me being gay. I didn't know what to do with you. I'm very sorry. You're gay because I didn't know what to do with you. No, Dad. We got cousins that are gay. It had nothing to do with you. It had everything to do with my granny's side of the family. It came from France. No big deal. Dad, I am who I am. It's no big deal. My father cried and cried and cried about that stuff. And I had to say to him, I'm sorry that you feel like that, Dad, because it had nothing to do with you. But my dad was old school. Right? So I apologized to him too. See? And he apologized to me because he's my father, and we never really liked each other growing up. When I was growing up, I didn't really care for him at all. Didn't understand what my mother had been doing by keeping me away from him because she was afraid I was going to get hurt because I was so fragile and so tiny. I get it now, right? So understanding that we have to do those things for us. For us, not them, for us. We have to apologize to the people that need apologizing. We need to forgive our mothers and our fathers. We need to forgive our abusers. We need to forgive the people who just forgive. Forgive all of them one at a time. Forgive them. And I will tell you this right again, this is kind of a personal hour, kind of a teaching kind of a thing. In 2018 again, my first boyfriend, when I was 13, he was 17. We were together for 5 or 6 or 7 years, a long time, right? We got in contact with each other. He showed up on Facebook, out of the blue. Again, them. Got to clear that energy. I'd done all kinds of work in therapy about him. right? He apologized to me again and again and again for what he did to me when I was younger. Nothing bad, just it was 1973, 1974, 1975. My God. 1976. That's like forever ago, right? And understanding that he was sorry that that of the way that he treated me in the outside world, but he had to, because he was not out and gay. Hey, Lisa, where Billy was just a skinny little gay boy from Jackson, 60s and 70s, having a good time with his boyfriend, right? And you know what the good time was, right? We weren't out together any place in the daytime. It was always at night. All this stuff sneaking around. But for him, 37 years later, to get in touch with me from Spirit so that I could clear that and he could clear himself, because all he kept saying to me was, I thought you hated me. Why would I hate you? My first love. I will never hate you. There's nothing you could do, James, to ever. I mean, I was the child, right? And so was he. He had a horrible life growing up. And so that was clearing for both of us. So he apologized to me over and over and over again. I'm so sorry. I know you're my soulmate, Bill. I was the only guy he was ever with in his entire life. And now he's 66. Okay? So he went through his entire life with just me and then females and children because he didn't think he could be who he needed to be. Because he felt so horrible that I hated him. He thought I hated him, that there was nothing he could ever do to repay me, that I was just this. No, not at all. So when I told him that, he was like, oh my gosh, I've waited to hear that forever because I thought you truly hated me, Bill. No, not at all. But I'd healed from that too. Not from my little boy not understanding how and why this happened. But we all have things like that. We all have things like that. But 2018 again, the big year of let's clear the decks, that happened in August of 2018. And from there, we don't really have conversations. It's kind of like put to the side because I know and he knows that if we continue to talk, that if we possibly see each other, that it wouldn't be a good thing for either one of us. Because of that soul journey, guys, because of that soul connection. And I truly believe this, that we came into this life together. He lived down the street from me. The house where all the kids were at was where he lived. His mother was an alcoholic. She had 6 children. It was and he was the oldest, a complete mess for him. And he even said to me, the way that I grew up, Bill, was absolutely horrible. Because his dad left, I think, when he was 13 or 14. See? So we all have those things, right? We all have those things tucked in our past. And when Spirit brings them into your life, because it's going to clear the decks, to help you, to allow you to ascend. Hey, Teresa, that's what the deal is. Take that opportunity. And how that happened with me was he showed up on a friend request, and Spirit said, friend him on a Saturday. I said, no, I'm not going to friend him. Why would I friend him? He took my finger and friended him. And then it came up, send a whatever it says. I didn't do anything at all. And then Sunday morning, I get out of bed, 7 o'clock. He had sent me a Facebook message saying, hey, I see you friended me. How are you? All right, Veronica, Merry Christmas. That was the start of the clearing. That right there is the start of the clearing. So that's why when stuff comes into your life, you guys, do not blow it off. Do not blow it off at all. See you, Teresa. Okay? Because it's the right time, right place. Right place, right time. however we want to say it. Understanding that they know more than we do. And that's why every time something moves into our direction, moves into our energy, be it something on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, friends, ex-lovers, all kinds of things. And understanding that we are absolutely at that is not even at their mercy. We are at their direction. We're supposed to be. Because they're the ones who can take us from third dimensional beings to where we're supposed to be, which is phenomenal. Because the last thing y'all want to do is be left with the 3Ders. Or struggle because you're inherently inside your body, inside your heart, inside your soul, you know you're supposed to be moving forward, but fear stops you from doing it. Stops you from doing it. But when things come into your energy field, when things come to you, recognize that and do them. And do them. So Emily says, how do you forgive somebody who has passed? Well, you have to understand, Emily, that soul journey. All right, we all sign a contract when we come back to Earth. Okay, and the day it expires, the day it expires. It has nothing to do with the human being. Understanding that their souls knew the day they were born, the day they were going to die, and every chapter in between, and having to free yourself of that anger by knowing that she passed when she was supposed to pass. Okay? And then letting that anger, which is really heartfelt love of missing the person and being angry with the person and everything goes along with that, it's trying to heal. That's how you do it. It's just out loud. I get it. Sarah, I get it. That made me happy. I'm angry with you because you did that, but I understand why you did it. Time was up. I had a reading with a woman last week where her husband just dropped dead in front of her. Boom. Nothing was wrong with him at all. This man, 65 years old, dropped dead. Boom. She was like, I don't understand. Bill, what the hell? I talked to her 6 months later. And I explained to her. She goes, well, that's kind of the way you wanted to go. There you go. There you go. And as we move into fourth and fifth dimension, those types of things will be more talked about. Will be more talked about. Right? Understanding that because they have to free it from their soul. And it's not to alarm anybody, but when we are in that higher dimensional energy, we'll accept it and we'll be able to help it by being able to see soul journey. Also, many people who commit suicide, who hurt themselves or try to hurt themselves, they're trying to get rid of the pain of 3D. And many times, Spirit says, they do that through hurting themselves because they're supposed to do it that way, to get rid of that energy out of their body. By feeling their life expiring. And their energy goes away. So that's another way of living on this earth as a daily basis. Loving the people that you love. Forgiving people that you love. Yes, so Emily says it was her father that hurt her that I have a hard time forgiving. You got to do it, Em. You got to do it, Emily. Okay? He did what he was supposed to do in his soul journey. It's not him as a human. Understand that, guys. Every detail in your existence on this planet is planned. Nothing is taken by chance. That's why sometimes when I'm doing a reading for a person who's passed away and the person is on the phone or on Zoom or FaceTime, and well, Bill, that doesn't sound like him because he's there. That person's not on the ground anymore with all the junk that goes on here, the energy, the interaction. No. I love it when people say, I just want to know how they are. They're better than being here, that's for sure. Because here there's challenges and life. And life as a human is hard. Because they choose to survive, they choose not to live. And that's where fourth and fifth dimension changes the dynamic of everybody's life, everybody's energy. Because our souls in 3D survived. Very few people lived. They might think they lived on weekends up north or vacations to Florida or to Europe or whatever, but they come right back to work in America. All right, Janice, and we start again. No. As we move into fourth and fifth dimension, which we've already in the middle of 4D. That's why things are changing so rapidly. They're changing so fast. Okay? Now, I want to tell everybody this kind of thing because it kind of threw me off balance on Tuesday. It was the solstice, the winter solstice, right? And I did this calibration and love blast with Tammy at 7 o'clock on Tuesday night. And Lee was off doing Christmas stuff for work and whatever he was doing. And so it was pretty cool. I've done them before. The seasonal calibrations are amazing. She actually offered them to people who weren't part of the pay for group, and I believe some people joined. And interesting is that it was kind of enlightening. It was kind of interesting. It was kind of cool with the sensations I had in my body and things like that, which are happening more and more in certain places in my body for clearing. And I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and my left nostril had bled all over the sheet and the mattress pad and the mattress. I don't know how long it was bleeding out of my left nostril, and I've never done that before, ever. I'm like, what the hell? I thought it was just my nose was running. So got up, took care of that, and my left nostril has just wonderful. Now, I'm ambidextrous, so I can do things with both hands. But my right hand is my dominant hand. So this is my feminine side. I've always known that. So I reached out to Tammy, and then I talk with spirit. I talk with spirit, and that was the clearing that calibration and that love blast did for me. Did I expect that? No. That's a cool thing. I didn't freak out. I didn't think, oh my God, what is this? I just cleaned everything up and crawled back in bed. Those are the things that are amazing to me. Is that by doing something with, let's say, Tammy or anybody else who does energy things, they clear stuff out. Hi, Nancy. They clear stuff out of your body that you don't know you need to be cleared. But what I got is, when that happened, the next day, I got from Spirit, now you're ready to go. Now you're ready to go. That was the last block. Did I know about that? No, I have no idea. That blows my mind. I get it. It was kind of cool. It was just amazing. I was like, wow, check that out. And I felt it to be true. So again, guys, when things are offered to you, invest. Do it. Because you don't know what's going to happen. Sometimes nothing happens. Maybe it's just an ascension thing. Maybe it's just a DNA activation thing. Maybe it's just being exhausted afterwards, like Takesha says. Right? She was exhausted, but lots of sensations. Exact. Do I understand how that works? No. And I'm not supposed to. That is what's so awesome. Before, in my lifetime, I would be like, so how does that work? So Spirit, I need to know. Spirit, how does that done? Spirit, I don't give a hoot anymore. Don't matter. It's not my job. Not my job at all. At all. It's their job, and that's why they're in my life. See? So as things start to come to you, as things start to make some sense, that's what you do. That's what you do. Okay? Because you never know when something's gonna, boom, hit you. You never know when you're gonna have an epiphany. You never know when, because you're not supposed to know. That's just it. When I woke up and my nose was bleeding, and I'm like, this is kind of weird, and I blew my nose, and stuff came out. You know, the clot had come out. Kind of gross, sorry. Hey, Otis, but I need to say that because that blocks our blood into our head. Did it have something to do with the love blast? I think it did. Again, all the things, emotional things that happen in our life when it comes to love, even today, I believe, all that's gone. All that's gone. And onward and upward. Where are we headed next? Where are we going? And we are allowing that to happen. I am. I never thought I'd be this person. And that's why I do things like this. Right? Now, did I do this in the past? No. Did I used to think, oh my God, if I would have done this, this would have been, no, you can't do that. Right place, right time. I wasn't supposed to do it until now. So always understand that nothing happens by chance, that nothing advances, nothing is discarded, nothing is experienced unless they put it into motion, but also you signed up for it in your soul contract. Again, your soul knows. That's why you talk out loud to yourself and you call yourself by your name. It's the only time your soul listens to what you're saying. Because there's other things that are supposed to listen to you. Ego, number one. Number two is your spirit. You're inside. And your guides. I know. Your soul, he always shows me your spine. Because that's where all the nerve endings are at. And that's your soul. I don't have time for. They're just back there chilling. It's the other ones that are supposed to take care of stuff. It's the other stuff, right? The other things are supposed to take care of it. So when you say Bill, blah, 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 right? Your soul goes, I got that. Got it. And then things start to happen. Things start to change. Things start to move. Everything happens. See? That's what's so cool. And as you start to go through your process, as you start to understand more and more about this that we're going through, makes sense to me. And it will eventually make sense to everybody else. Just don't get down on yourself. Don't get down on yourself. It's not worth it. And it's not worth investing your energy in working with your ego, which just doesn't work. That little voice inside your head, never listen to that. Oh my God, I should have done blah, blah, blah. Oh my gosh, I should. Get that stuff out of your mind. Don't. Again, my guides put on my iPad twice Tammy Bracewell's live energy blast for 1 month, and I never hit on it. I was looking at the freaking thing until the next one popped up, and they're like, okay, dummy, we're going to put her face on the freaking screen so you can't not watch it. That's how stuff happens, guys. That's how stuff happens. I just talked to a woman who found me out of nowhere. I'm like, well, where did you find my name at? She goes, I don't know. That's happened probably a half dozen to a dozen times in the past year. That's what it's all about. Setting your daily intentions. I'm telling you. Daily intentions are the mastery of mastery. I'm setting my intention and raising my vibration. Blah, 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 blah. Yep. That's how you ask for what you want. Energy Blast. Every other Monday at 1:11 for free. It helps. It helps. It helps. Coaching for the Soul every Thursday at 3 o'clock. I think it helps. The videos on YouTube. It helps. It makes sense. It makes total sense. It makes total sense. So thank you guys. Coaching for the Soul Thursdays at 3. Merry Christmas. Have a good holiday. Enjoy yourselves. Let that shit go. Enjoy yourself. Stay away from family that makes you crazy. Understand it's not you, it's them. Understand that it's about taking care of you, and no one else. And no one else. Merry Christmas, Lisa. No one else. You're the most important person in your life. Hi, Allison. Remember that. Remember that. You're the most important person in your life. Okay? Be selfish. Be selfish. Because you have to be beautiful and wonderful and in love with yourself before you can do that for anybody else. Okay? So, namaste, everybody. I'll see you next Thursday before New Year's for Coaching for the Soul, Thursdays at 3. Thanks, guys.